Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
What quest is up next? Let's talk to Poppy about the dragon.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Nope. Oh my god. I didn't see it in the winter. Oh, that's incredible. This game is fantastic. It really is. To be that flipping amazing. It's just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Where they go? Over here.
Ha.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behaviour.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
Okay.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know
Okay.
when I have news of her location.
Got it. Now, I did want to talk to Sirona, actually.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Sure.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Huh.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aiden was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Okay. Upper Hogsmeade. Okay.
It's like a place right.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Sure.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aiden died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aiden took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Nice.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Huh. Is that Mirabelle Garlic? Huh.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Huh.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
Alright. Find and enter the cavern. Yeah.
Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark. This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Clumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Better have a look around. See about the Horklumps and the box of letters.
Aha.
That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Huh. Like that. Nice. Take that.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
need some other spells. That one. And... Repulsor.
Repulsor! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Ow.
Defender! Repulsor! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Okay, I've got use.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Defender! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Repulsor! Confringo! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defender! Stupefy! Repulsor! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Defender! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Defender! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Defender! Confringo!
Nice.
Rest easy, my large friend.
Take that. Good. Here. Money. Haha. That. Yes. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Take that. Good. Oh, it's a squirrel. Ah. Dear Sirona, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess, I worried that Hogwarts might have been the proper place for me, and pondered sending an hour to my parents, asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of classes had ended. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly, legitimate, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in the corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me, well, I should never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you and seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed in a non-magical sense, I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle flickered on for me. I realized that I could choose a path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first year which I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because of you, saw yourself as a despairing creature in the corner of the pub, and so generously extending yourself to her. Yours sincerely, tongue-tied. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. Please tell Miss Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can for their delightful conversation, and I am unashamed to admit her incomparable golden cakes.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Okay. Happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked in the kitchen, asked Frankie to make your favourite cream crowdy. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that, Frankie. Oh. Oh my god. Dear Miss Sprottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladrig's last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laugh at my efforts to lace the bonus of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as it's a rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. But I adore everything that we selected, and I have to thank you for now. Feeling like a mostly, yeah, okay. As for which, it was also a trick to dine at the Free and Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottles agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Sirona. Huh. My dear Sirona, I sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt she needed to put the quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about the ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Mrs. Sprottle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall be dreaming of it for days. Oh. And so appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherin this year. Most gracefully yours, Philomena.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
I conjure this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude if you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week. I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Yours sincerely, Sean. So she was Ravenclaw.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Again, he says that every time. Right.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village.
I had the courage to go into the forest.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I miss cheering for Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I want it back. I want to play.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
Huh. That's a good quote, actually.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through, well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.